man, it's been 20 years since that song Hey Son by the Black Seeds came out, a song featured on the band's debut album Keep On Pushing, which this year is celebrating 2 decades. As founding member and lead vocalist Barnaby Weir once put it, at the time it moved away from the DJ sound to a big band sound, beginning the Black Seeds as a party band. Since then, the band has gone on to release a collection of albums, sold out on tours, and rocked the stage at music festivals around the world. They say you never look back, but today we're going to rewind it to the beginning as we celebrate 20 years of Keep On Pushing. We're delighted to be joined by band members Barnaby Weir and Dan Wheatman. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks
for having us. Yeah, great to be here.
20 years.
I know, 20 years.
Don't want to make you feel old or anything, but
it doesn't make me feel old. I think we forgot how long it had actually been, this album being released, and
so young at heart, Daniel.
Yes, that's right. It's all the jogging.
Can you believe that it's been that long?
Yeah, totally can in some ways, and also like in the blink of an eye. You know, we've done a lot since then, but we thought, hey, it's a great time we've got to celebrate this, and we've got to, you know, thank our fans really with something special. You know, a special release, and so we put it to vinyl for the first time.
This is it here, right? This is it on vinyl.
There's a red vinyl inside there.
And
then the T-shirt comes with it as a package deal. Yes.
Very nice. Take us back 20 years. Well, you guys started even earlier than 20 years ago.
Right. Yeah, 1998, through basically Radioactive 89 FM in Wellington, the student radio station at the time. We came together through some people through there, and Rich Christie and Shannon Williams and myself and Daniel initially started the Black Seeds as a jam party band basically in the Wellington, the beginnings of a new kind of music scene in Wellington, which was more along the dub reggae and funk kind of lines. So coming out of the cold 90s with guitar music, it wasn't that bad. I love the 90s. But into a slightly warmer, more kind of funky island kind of sound.
Yeah.
Jamaican influences and DJ influences, and the UK dub scene and stuff like that was starting to happen. So we were a party jam band with lots of instrumentals, and
we did have no lyrics, so a lot of instrumentals.
And then once I left school, we started writing some lyrics.
And what was the dub music scene like in New Zealand at the time? We obviously had a big affinity to reggae.
At that time, I guess you definitely had Catch a Fire happening, 1814. I mean, you go back another 20 years. Yeah, Trinity Roots, Fat Freddy's, the beginnings of Fat Freddy's.
Yeah.
I guess all influenced from the very start of Herbs, been another 20 years back, you know. So it was, I don't know, like at the time, I think I wanted to be in a rock band actually, but I moved to Wellington and I met some really nice guys, and I just thought, that's how I always imagined being in a band, is with good people. Yeah. And that was it.
Well, you spend so much of your time together, right? You need to like the people that you're turning up to work with.
Yeah.
But what was it like, what was the industry like at that time?
Well, I guess we were just real fresh, and Dan mentioned this to me last night, that we didn't really know what we were doing. Yeah. We weren't part of an industry. We were just doing what we felt was a cool sound and something that we were passionate about, and often good things come from that kind of thing, where you've got that youthful enthusiasm as well, and that passion to try and, you know, do something kind of fresh.
But an understanding, like, did you have a vision? Did you know where you wanted to take it, or were you guys just kind of a bunch of guys jamming around?
Yeah, Wellington first, then Napier.
I do remember like Barney B just saying after we'd done a hell of a lot of touring that we need to do an album, and that was definitely a good direction to go. And then from there we're recording and then promoting something, so it was a natural progression. But I think just touching on what Barney was saying before, when we're starting off, and it is that self-belief of just like, we believe in the music, we believe in each other, and I think that's important in whatever you do, you know. So I think that's what's always carried on with the Seeds, and I think that's where we've got to 23 years now? Yeah, 23 years.
But also perhaps that kind of youthful naivety as well, where anything's possible.
Can go a long way, you know, when you almost don't know what you're doing. And then, you know, we obviously became more professional. We started gigging, you know, first Timaru, then Napier, then, you know, before you know it, we're in, you know, many years later we're in Berlin, you know, to a sold out crowd. So, you know, over the years we've played to a lot of people in a lot of places. And did we ever think that we'd be doing that? No, but we kept on pushing, as it were, and you know, it's all been worth it. Did you like that sequence?
Yes, I did. I like that.
Yeah, that was very clever. Obviously, as you say, real talent and people overseas really embraced you, but New Zealanders have embraced you hugely. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, I hope so.
Wow, who knows? I mean, when we're doing this album, I mean, it's a reggae funk album, but it has the Pacific New Zealand twist on it, just like what we were saying. We're just making it and creating it and influenced by these different genres. And I think New Zealand, and we never changed our accents.
Yeah, it's the accent thing too, right?
I think they felt like this was something that was they could connect to, that was from New Zealand and not from overseas.
Although it seemed unusual in the genre that it is, it was authentically us. You know? And so we weren't trying to become an American sound or a Jamaican, vocal sound or anything like that. So it sounded a bit, a bit strange. And back then, cultural cringe was actually a thing, Whereas I think that less and less now. So, and with obviously support in the arts, being ourselves is a beautiful thing, and being unique from where we come from, and celebrating that is what the Seeds are about too. So.
And obviously, longevity in the music industry is hard to come by. It's not something to kind of wash away. So you guys have done really well to kind of
I think so,
still be here.
Yeah.
23 years later.
Yeah. I think you've got to respect your bandmates, their space, and the whole creative process can be quite hard sometimes, but we've always, I think, an unwritten rule is like we respect each other, and I think that's important in any group, And I think that stands. We've had lots of people come and go from the band, but that's always been this unwritten law. No, rule. That, you respect each other. I think that's important.
Yeah, and having said that, although we're celebrating this release, which is first time on vinyl in 20 years since 2001, since this came out, we have lots of new music, and since then we've done 6 live albums, 6 studio albums, 1 live album, a remix album, and done a bunch of other work, had some children, and we have new music coming out this year as well. So, we're excited about that.
That is exciting, yes.
We were saying not a lot of details to kind of say yet, but there's a few things in the pipeline over summer as well for you guys. People will be able to see you this summer.
Yeah, for sure. They could go to Instagram or the Facebook page. I mean, definitely one that...
looking forward to the LAB gig.
January the 22nd. So we're honoured to be able to support them. It's great. It's going to be a great... And what a great place to play, Western Springs.
I like it. It's out on vinyl.
Yeah,
Red vinyl.
And digital as well,
Yep.
But not CD any longer.
Congratulations, 20 years. That's really awesome work, and you should be very proud. That is Barnaby and Dan from the Black Seeds.
Cheers.
Thank you so much for coming in. Stay with us. We'll be right back with your news after the break. And then Australia's MasterChef judge is here with us to share his new book on his journey from addiction to success.